right. All right. Okay, we are gonna start the orientation right now. Thank you so much for waiting. So today's I want to talk about agenda first. So we are gonna go over our story, Apex for Youth After School program, and we are gonna talk about what DYCD SONYC program is. We're gonna briefly also talk about arrival, attendance, and dismissal and absences, an overview of the daily itinerary of Apex SONYC Middle School program, as well as Apex SONYC classes, and how do we operate our program during COVID-19, procedure in the event of confirmed COVID-19 cases, and what to expect if your child is confirmed with COVID-19. We are also going to talk about program rule and emergency incident procedure, medication, and program and calendar. And we're also going to conduct Q&A time in the end. So if you have any question coming up, you can write it down in your note, and please let me know at the end of the orientation. Thank you. All right, so Apex, our organization was founded in 1992 by a small group of successful Asian American professionals who understood that a significant population of Asian American youth had unique needs but limited resources. They worked to raise awareness of population, and particularly recent immigrants, who do not fit in the model minority myth, and mobilize volunteers to help bring resources to the community. Since then, we have continued to grow and serving a big community in New York City with a high density of underserved Asian American youth. So Apex After School program has two different programs. My name is Grace, and I'm the one who's running SONYC Middle School After School program for 6th to 8th grader. And then there's another program called Fee-Based Elementary School After School program, and that is running by Dan Yuan. She is the manager of After School Elementary School program. So today we are mainly going to focus on SONYC Middle School program because we have totally different curriculum and totally different system. So Apex for Youth, our headquarters is located at 120 Walker Street in Chinatown, 5th floor. But our Apex SONYC After School program is located at PS 184, 2nd floor. As you guys know, it's room 202. So if you have any inquiry, any question coming up, please call this number, and we have extension number 1063. And also email us via after school email address. At the end of the program, at the end of the orientation today, I'm gonna share this orientation slide and packet. So do not worry about like saving or screenshot. It's gonna be all shared with you guys after the orientation tonight. As you guys see, Grace know, I'm the charge. I'm gonna be the main point person for the SONYC Middle School program. And you guys probably know Jian E. She's a head of the director of After School program. So DYCD SONYC After School program. This is New York City initiative to provide quality after school program to all middle schoolers in New York City at no cost to our family, which means the program is 100% funded by the city, entirely free program. Okay, so let's talk about arrival, attendance, and dismissal. So 6th to 8th grade grader, they're gonna meet their instructor at 2:40 p.m. on time at cafeteria after they discharge from DOE morning program. So after students take snack time in cafeteria, our Apex staff and instructor will escort them to their classes. And then in the classes, we are gonna conduct health screening check, and their attendance will be taken in the classes. So I'm gonna talk about some early dismissal and appointment. Parents cannot enter our classroom and pick up their children. So if you are picking up early between 2:40 to 5 p.m., please follow this procedure. Call or send us email before 12 p.m., which is recommended time. So we can know that the time that you're picking up your child, okay? And then we can make sure that child is ready for the early pickup. So once you arrange the early pickup, let's say you want to pick up your child at 2 p.m. I mean, not 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Then we are going to send our assistant, or we are going to also let our APEC instructor know that this child has to be picked up by 3 p.m. Then one of the Apex adults going to bring them down to the main entrance so they can safely reunite with with the parents. Okay, so just let us know. Always give us a heads up via email or phone call. After 5 p.m., you cannot do early pickup, so please wait until 5:30 to meet your children at the main entrance. Okay, or let's say you weren't able to make us call, nobody's really responding to email or phone call, then you can enter through the PS 184 main entrance and give the security agent at the entrance your name and your child's name. Then security agent's gonna call the classroom number, and then they're gonna find out where their child is, and then our Apex staff gonna bring them down to the main entrance to let them meet you guys. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the semester portion. So your cooperation during this semester is so important to make sure that your children are safe. So this semester from Apex SONYC Middle School starts at sharp 5:30 p.m. sharp as follow. Please wait outside of the PS 184 main entrance. All children must be signed out by an authorized person, such as parents, guardian. Dismissal will be completed at 5:40. So we understand that there are times when emergency arise and that you may not be able to pick your child in a timely manner. And if you know that you will be late for dismissal, you must call and send us email, okay? And I know that, so as you guys know that, while you're filling out the DYCD application, there was a checkboxes, self-dismissal consent or no. So those students who are getting consent for self-dismissal, they will be released at the main entrance by themselves. But then I'm talking about the students who didn't make a self-dismissal consent, who said no for self-dismissal, they has to be picked up by the parents or authorized person. Okay. Okay, let's talk about absence. Please note, our program requires us to enroll students who can commit to being here Monday to Friday from 2:40 to 5:30. However, if there is a family emergency, travel, or they are assigned to another program, like maybe certain days, then please let us know via email and give us heads up, and we're gonna coordinate the schedule for you. Okay, thank you so much for all the cooperation. And let's talk about the overview of daily itinerary of the middle school program. So as you guys see this table, our Monday to Friday program will be conducting from 2:40 p.m. to 5:30. So I made two different columns. So Tuesday to Friday, we are gonna have the same schedule, but then Monday we have a different schedule. As you see on the column, dismissal, snack, and health screening remain same. But the main difference is homework time. So Monday, we are gonna do activity 1 and activity 2 for each hour. And then we are gonna do 30 minutes of homework time at the end. So right before the dismissal. From Tuesday to Friday, the pink column, as you see, homework will be conducted first. And then activity 2 and activity 1 and 2 will be conducted, okay? So this is the difference, and just wanna let you know. So Apex SONYC classes. Apex will consider your child's interest to sign his or her or their classes, although there is no guarantee that your child will be in the classes that they choose, because we have to follow some policies. Each student has to take one literacy, one STEM, at least one physical activity, and classroom ratio should be 1 to 15. We offer badminton, gym, public speaking, science academy, ELA 6 through 8 classes, Stoku Club, Math Test, Prep 7th grader, and Math 8, Painting, Art and Craft, Art Portfolio, Lion Dance, Computer, Chinese, Calligraphy. However, your child should take at least one literacy or one STEM and one STEM, as well as one physical activity, even though your child all want to take, let's say, like gym from Monday to Friday, or only focus on painting. This has to be evenly distributed to each different students. So please be mindful about the schedule. How do we operate our program during COVID-19? So I also wanted to share this information to make sure that our parents feel safe to send your children to our program. So let's talk about office and classes. So during this program hour, 2:30 to 5:30, the ventilation system will be running during office and class hour, and window will be open to allow regular airflow. During the snack time, students will be told to wash their hands thoroughly before and after snack time, or we are gonna provide hand sanitizers ready in the cafeteria. Number 2, each student will grab their own snack one by one in cafeteria. Number 3, students will not be allowed to pass over their food or plate. Number 4, we are gonna maintain 3 feet social distancing while they're having lunch, snack hour as well. And PPE box will be placed in each classroom. So this means we're gonna provide at least one PPE box per class, and PPE supply box including containing hand sanitizer, extra gloves, extra mask, and disinfectant wipes. And also extra PPE supplies will be stocked on shelf at our office always. So do not worry about if your children do not have hand sanitizer or mask or gloves in your bag, in their bag. An APEX staff will be asked to disinfect the surface of shared object and area after dismissal of the children. Class will be asked to sanitize their hands and wear masks and gloves before using the shared object. Classroom will be disinfected after being used by custodian every day. All right, so let's talk about procedure in the event of confirmed COVID-19 cases. So any personnel tested positive will be dismissed immediately from the after-school program at PS184. When the positive COVID case is confirmed, these individuals who were in close contact with the person who tested positive during the infectious period will be also identified. Regardless of vaccination status, an individual test positive cannot attend the program until the following is true. It has been 10 days since symptoms started. They have not had a fever for 24 hours without the help of medication. Overall symptoms have improved. We highly recommend parents have a child get tested before returning to program. As the other staff, APEX is planning to ask them to send a test result before returning to the program, and following the guideline, all the APEX adults will be asked to vaccinated before program starts. And close contact will be asked to quarantine for 10 days from the date of their last exposure and will not be allowed to attend the program during that time. And our area, including isolation room, bathroom, common area, shared equipment used by the person who tested positive COVID-19 will be cleaned and disinfected. What to expect if your child is confirmed with COVID-19? So at school, so please, let's say you are at home and your children's at school in our program, and please call us and notify us immediately, and then our vaccinated staff will keep your child in the isolation room at school until you pick them up, and then we are going to make a report to DYCD, our program. at home, if you find out that your children's are confirmed with the COVID-19, please notify us and don't send them to our program, and let your close contact know that your kids is confirmed, and do quarantine until getting fully recovered from COVID-19. Okay, program rule. So in order to safely run our program on Monday to Friday, we are going to ask your children to keep this rule and follow the rule. Number 1, 3 feet social distancing. Number 2, face covering all the time. Number 3, no food, no drink, no cell phone, electronic devices during the class time, except for the emergency cases. Number 4, follow direction of the teachers and be respectful of others, and be respectful for classroom property as well, and study and play in a safe manner. All right, so let's talk about incident procedure. If your child is hurt in any way or there is any emergency, he or she will be brought immediately to the main office or Apex staff room 202. Any injuries, whether small or more serious type, the parent's guardian will be immediately notified by phone. If the parent's guardian cannot be reached, the emergency contact from application will be called. And if no one can be reached out, a letter will be sent home in a child's book bag. The site director will fill out the incident report as well, and this incident report will be kept on file in the child's personal file in the Apex office. And for those serious medical problem and the injuries, we are gonna call 911 immediately. So medication, in order to responsibly care for your children, we will ask parents to complete and sign the medical form in order to comply alias form. So I'm gonna send out this alias form after orientation. So I wanna show you how that looks like. So you're gonna fill out your child's name here. Do you guys see this file, the emergency plan form? Yes? Okay. So there is a form that's going to be attached to the email. So you're going to write down your child's name, date of birth, and also write down the allergies that she has or symptom that she has, and then give us the instruction like how to follow and strategy to reduce the risk of the exposure to those allergic and trigger situations. And we're going to also ask to refill out the emergency contact as well as healthcare provider as well. All right, so just return to the PP slide as well. And then, okay. So program calendar and holiday during school year 21 to 22. So you don't need to write down everything. This file is going to be shared again. So during the first semester, as you guys see, we do have some Veterans Day, Thanksgiving holiday, and also there's going to be winter recesses. Because we're following DOE holiday calendar, when school is closed, our program is also going to be closed. So whenever DOE holiday, don't send your children to our program because school is going to be locked and there's going to be nobody here for the program. Let me know if you have any question about the calendar, and we finished the orientation, and let me know if you have question right now. You can raise your hands with the thumbs emoji, or you can write down the question in the chat box, whatever the convenient way for you. Do you guys have any questions, please? Yes, Elaine's mother.
Hi, can you hear me? This is Madeline's mom, Elaine.
Yes.
Hi. So I have a question about the use of the cafeteria for snack time when you get all the kids together. So as I understand it, the school right now is using the lunchroom in 4 periods. So they limit the number of kids in the cafeteria to about 100 because the school has maybe 800 kids divided by 4 lunch periods. Half the kids are outside playing, half are inside. So it's limited to only 100 people in the cafeteria, which allows about 6 feet spacing, only 4 kids at each big cafeteria table while they're having lunch.
Mhm.
What do you think the capacity or occupancy will be during that 2:40 to 3 p.m. period? Do you think there'll be less than 100 kids
Yeah.
in the cafeteria?
So our SONYC program, our total maximum students is 91, and we haven't reached 91 yet. So there's gonna be less than 100 students for sure this week. And each student's gonna be only use one-sided table in order to maximize the social distancing in between the group of students. And regarding, like, I understand your concern, maybe there are going to be other programs also going on at the same time, and I wasn't really informed by school about regarding this limitation of the students for cafeteria use yet. So I'm gonna find it out. Thank you for the information. I'm gonna write them down and make sure that yeah, I'm gonna follow up with you about this. Okay.
So I have a second part of the question.
Mhm.
If Apex Elementary or CMP or other programs are
Mhm.
going to use the cafeteria as well, is it possible that Apex Middle School kids could go outside and wait in the yard and have snack outside until they get assigned to their classroom?
Yeah, so yeah, we of course we're gonna follow the what school protocol is, and I need to talk to the principal and also like Erin to figure this out. So I will be able to give you the clear answer by the end of the Sunday. Yeah, we're gonna figure this out. Okay,
Great,
thank you
thank
for
you.
letting me know. Mhm. Yeah, and thank you so much for suggestion. All right, so I see another questions. Hi, Grace. Are snack provided or they need to bring theirs? Okay. So DOE okay, just give me a moment. Let me see. So snacks are provided by school, and that is nutritious food for kids. But according to the summarizing that we had very, very limited choices. Let's say we only had the two choices, peanut butter sandwich or chicken nugget. Then some students who's allergic to both of them or they're vegetarian or they're allergic to certain item, they weren't able to take that snack properly. So for those who are sensitive to certain food, I recommend you to bring their own food. But however, we are gonna fully serve the students with the free snack. So yes, snack will be provided, but if just for the allergic situation, please bring your own food if you're worried about that. Okay, and then I have many questions coming up. Okay, so can kids do school club and Apex? For instance, can a child to debate club one day a week and Apex 4 days a week? The answer is yes, but give us heads up via email so we can coordinate the schedule for your child. But we highly really recommend your child to attend Monday to Friday because this is free program and very, very competitive to get registered. And if let's say your child cannot come like 3 or 4 days a week and only attending one day, then it's going to be a little bit unfair for other students who are in the waiting list. So please be mindful about that. But at least 1 day, 2 days, we will try our best to accommodate the schedule for your child. So please let us know via email. Thank you. And then Kia.
Grace, I
Yes.
have a follow-up question to that. Sorry to interrupt you.
Sure.
Yeah, because my kids are also in the debate club as well. So I was wondering, how would it work? Would it be, let's say if they are in the debate club on Wednesday, do they
Mhm.
just not attend APAX or do they go to APAX? Because the debate club starts from 3 to 4. So do they have a chance to maybe stop by APAX,
Okay, so that's
from
a good question.
2:40 to 3, and then after they're done with debate club, they can go back to APAX, or should they just not be in APAX for that day when they go to the debate club?
Okay, yeah, thank you for the question. Okay, so that was a great example. So let's say the debate club will be conducted from 3 to 4 p.m. Please but your child is also registered and fully enrolled in our program. Let them check in with us, and they're gonna stay with us from 2:40 to 3 p.m. And then they're gonna be released to go to the debate club from 3 to 4. And after they finish 4 p.m., they're gonna directly come back to after school program because our program is gonna be running until 5:30. They can still join the rest portion. So I want them to come back and be part of Apex after school program for sure. So let us know. Chloe has a schedule, a debate club, 3 to 4 p.m. Wednesday. Then we're gonna make sure our teachers know that this child will come to our program first, and they're gonna be sent to the debate club, and then they will be coming back to our program. Okay, so yes, your child is allowed to come to Apex program as long as you can join at least 1.5 hour portion in the rest of the hour.
All right, thank you, Grace.
You're welcome. Okay, and I'm gonna follow up to Kiawen's mom in the first day of the Apex on Monday. Yeah, just to make sure. Yes, Monday, September 20th. Okay, and Evelina Kwang, sorry if I pronounce incorrectly. Where do we go for after school? So 2:40, the student will be sent to cafeteria. Okay, and we are going to communicate with the school staff to let the teachers also know that. But you can also remind your children that our program is going to starting at 2:40, Monday, September 20th. Okay, so cafeteria is going to be always the meeting point for children to gather, and also snack time, and also they're going to be sent from cafeteria to their classes later on. And Galaxy Note 9 mom, what is the earliest pickup deadline time? It's 5 p.m. Okay, so 5:30 is going to be our dismissal time, and deadline for early pickup is 5 p.m. So give us this 30 minutes. If you arrive at school 5:10, let's say, and you want to pick your child up as soon as possible. I know how you badly want to reunite them. Except for emergency cases, please wait until 4:30 because that is the busiest time for instructors to wrapping up, and then also students wrapping up the stuff. So if we have to send the adult to Apex adult to the main entrance, and it's gonna be really, really hectic. And then if one parents start doing this and other parents gonna start doing this, so we made this cutoff time. So 5 p.m. sharp. Okay, thank you. Regina Zhang's ma'am, are kids allowed to go home by themselves even with parents' permission? Okay, so I think I talked about this already, but then I can share again. So when you're submitting DYCD application, whether that was online or physical scan copy, there was a checkbox, self-dismissal consent. So if you have checked the box, self-dismissal yes for your child, yes, they are okay to self-dismiss by themselves at the main entrance. Until the main entrance, our Apex staff or instructor is going to guide them. But at the main entrance, outside of school, even one step, they were able to release by themselves. But then if you haven't really checked on the self-dismissal, let's say you already checked no, then they are not allowed to self-dismiss. If you want to change that consent, you want to give them a consent, please follow with the email so I can track you guys and then update the form for you. So I can make a change for you guys. But please email me. Okay, so because I need the written evidence that you want to change this consent, you want to give the consent. Okay, I can just make a phone call and you can verbally give me a consent because otherwise that's regarding the safety issue for your children. Okay, and Yao tells Fu's mom, if I need to pick on my child in advance, can I send email to Apex after school program? Yes, that's correct. Okay, yeah. Do you guys have any other question? I would like to listen to more questions if you guys have. Okay, I see Elaine's mom. Okay, will you group kids by same classes, during snack and activity to maintain cohort to limit infection? or if kids can mix freely, will Apex track all close contact 15 minutes, 6 feet all day? So as you see the program schedule that we have, we are going to provide 2 different activity 1 and 2. And originally, the SONYC program is offering students to choose their own program, their own preference program. And I'm trying to accommodate all those different preference for your child. So these questions, I cannot give you the answer at this moment. Because we are not going to, I don't think the same group's gonna take different classes for activity 2. They will be assigned to different classes because you guys have all different choice of the preferences. But I'm going to double check this this point with my supervisor and also let you guys know. Okay, thank you so much for bringing up. All right. Do you guys have any other questions?
Hi, I have one more question. Will there be any electronic devices from Apex where the kids can use? Because, you know, I noticed that they started allowing kids to use the Google platform to do the homework for middle school.
Yes, so yes, we do have our own Apex electronic devices, Google Chromebook, and we do have our own password and own Wi-Fi connection so that students can use them for the homework hour. So we're gonna provide the laptop for them, and we are not gonna use their personal laptop or DOE program's laptop, because our program is a separate program from DOE, from the morning portion.
Okay, I have one more selfish question related to that. Since last year, my kids were attending remote class for the entire year. And, you know, during that time, a lot of us pick up remote habits where we're taking remote classes as extracurricular activities, you know, in remote sessions. Now, if my child has, let's say, a rocket club class for 1 hour, would Apex allow the lending of your devices for a 1 hour rocket class where my child can attend that remotely while attending Apex?
So that class is running by the other program, correct?
Yeah, it's a remote program that we picked up, you know, from last year, and I want to see if they can continue or not.
So in that case, then we have to assign another adult for another room to supervise your kids to do that activity, which is not from us. So answer is no, we are not gonna be able to allow your child to take another class while they're in the Apex program classroom, because we have limited classroom assigned for our own in-person classes, and then we won't be able to provide extra 1 adult, but for that single child to do another activity. Sorry about that.
Okay, no, thank you, Grace.
Thank you. Thank you so much for understanding. I know there's a lot of uncertainty, and then I'm also getting a lot of updates from school. So we are trying to accommodate all this protocol and trying to make it as safe as possible for your children. Any other, are they going to be able to choose their activity? So when you're submitting Apex application form, you guys always already mentioned the preferences. So as I shared in the orientation, there's some requirement. Each child need to take at least 1 STEM, like 1 art, 1 gym, but then rest of them, I will try to accommodate for their own preference that they made in the Apex form. And so we do not really give options for students to change classes, because if once students start changing it's gonna influence other people, and then all they want to change the schedule, and it's gonna be so hectic for our roster change, things like that. But if, like, let's say your child has an injury and won't be able to take a gym for certain weeks and for several weeks, and then I don't want them to be in the physical activity class because it's not going to help them, right? Then I will assign them to like art classes or music classes. I will try to accommodate with your child's preference, okay? Any other questions? Okay, do you have lion dance costume, equipment, and drums already? For drums, we do use the bucket, and we do have a drumstick, and we do have lion dance items ready in the locker of our Apex locker. Will the team perform the public at Lunar New Year? So that answer, I'm not really sure. Because of the COVID-19 and all this uncertainty, if we're fully able to be free from COVID pandemic situation and everyone's going to be safe, for sure we will be able to give performance maybe in the gym auditorium and give a showcase to our parents. And that's how I did and how we did for the past years, right? But then this year we can't guarantee that. So I can give you some example for our summarizing in-person setting. We really want your children to feel a sense of achievement, right? And also help them feel that they learn something, they improve something. So we conducted showcases and in the empty auditorium, and we recorded everything. And that's actually in the process of being released, and you're going to be able to receive the newsletter and the recorded version showcase in the end, by the end of the September. But we are going to find some way to help your child to feel this improvement and feel this achievement. But yeah, that's a great question, but I can't guarantee that we can have an audience and then give the performance at public setting. Any other questions? And if you guys have any other question coming up, you guys can email like afterschool@apexforyouth.org. Because I'm the only person for the representative of SONYC After School program, and Jion's gonna supervise this program, our answers may get delayed sometime because we're also really busy with all this program running and roster and then schedule, and also meet with the compliance for safety protocol. But I will try my best to respond, send a quick reply as soon as possible for you guys. So what is the breakdown for 91 students between grade 6, 7, 8? So our class ratio is 1 to 15. So 15 students per class each. And it's gonna be really strict about this. And even if one student, 16 students gonna be not admitted to that class. They has to be sent to another class. So I'm going to coordinate this class by with the maximum capacity of the students. Okay, any other things? So yeah, we have 36th grader, 37th grader, 38th grader. That's how we give slot to our parents. Yes, so there's going to be 30 students maximum. Okay. For the instructors, some of them are DOE teacher, PS 184 teacher, and then some of them are also our part-time Apex staff and instructors. Especially during this year or coming year, we're having really a lot of difficulties to find out the in-person setting teacher because of this safety issues due to COVID-19. So we are trying our best to find the best quality teachers. I can guarantee that we are really trying hard, and Jion is really trying hard to find interview number of candidates. But let us know, yeah, if you have any question about instructors. I can open or give you guys very detailed like their resume, but I can like mention that, oh, this is some experienced teacher from our Apex instructor, or they are DOE teacher. As you guys know, Dr. Lannington, Miss Sung is, and Miss Tan, Mayu Tan is always part of our program to provide a quality class for our Apex for youth. Okay. Any other things? Because I need to also conduct the instructor orientation very soon at 6. So if you guys don't have any question, I'm going to close this orientation, and please feel free to send us email. And then again, thank you so much for attending. Thank you so much for your patience. I know there's so many questions, and sorry that I wasn't able to answer a few portions too, because I also need to get informed and need to communicate constantly, like live basis with the instructor.
Hey
Okay.
Grace, I have
Yeah.
a question.
Yes.
Is the students come from same class in the same classroom?
Sorry, what was your question?
For example, my daughter, she have friend in the same class, is able to in the same class in the IPEX afternoon program.
So that answer, usually I do not really pair them up with the friends, except for very, very sensitive cases. Because again, if I start pairing up with their best friends, other students also like, they're gonna talk about, oh, I got paired with this, my best friend, and you can, Apex can change it for you. And this is what also, what I dealt with during the summarizing in-person program. And it's so hectic to change all this different schedule. So please just try to, follow the classes they are assigned. But if like, some certain students, getting bullied by a certain group, that's going to be our incident report, and we're going to find the best way to figure this out. But if your child is really, really like cannot deal with this student group, then I will try to accommodate that for you as well. Try to transfer the students to another class. So in order to minimize that kind of any incident, further incident. Okay, just email us about those sensitive cases.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Hey, Grace.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just one last question. I have a friend who's interested to join, but they haven't registered. You still have any openings, or it's closed?
So currently, 6th grader are closed.
Oh,
and we have a waiting list. Already many people waiting since 6th grade, especially 7th,
Okay.
8th grade. Still, we have open but very limited slot available. So please let them contact us if they're 7th or 8th.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Scholar's mom, for sharing this comment. I know we are all trying best, our teacher and our parents, and I'm so glad that your kids are able to come back and resume in-person program too, because during summarizing, there's so many students felt really, really grateful, and they shared that they were so lucky to attend this in-person program because they were able to reunite with the friends, and they feel like they really learned something. But at home, it's so hard for them to like really like having this hands-on experience and socialize with and communicate with like with real human. So I'm so glad that they have this opportunity. So let's try our best all together to safely conduct this program. Thank you so much. Bye everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.